Well, it's important to realize that Curacao is a new land, a new country. It was created on the 10th of October 2010, where this country now has more autonomy in the Kingdom of Holland, and where decisions are being taken here in Fort Amsterdam. And in this case, for sure, for the emerging economy that Brazil is, we are ready to serve as a land of opportunity, creating of Curacao a land of opportunity, opening our arms, cutting red tape and throwing the red carpet for the Brazilian companies, especially in this case, so we can be as much of help to serve the business industry that Curacao can significate for Brazil as one of the multinational powers as we consider the Brazilian community today.
Curaçao fica no Caribe, como falamos, bem perto da Venezuela, no norte da América do Sul. Essa posição geográfica pode ser muito vantajosa. Entre as vantagens, daqui fica mais fácil distribuir nosso produto para todo o Caribe, também estamos na metade do caminho para os Estados Unidos e, por fim, de Curaçao é mais fácil exportar para a Europa. Sabe por quê? Curaçao faz parte do Reino da Holanda. Acompanhe o raciocínio. Se estamos produzindo alguma coisa lá, legalmente estamos em território holandês, certo? Ou seja, nossos produtos entrarão na Europa com zero de imposto de importação. Vou repetir. Enquanto distribuo meus produtos para o Caribe, coloco os mesmos, sem nenhum imposto, para os compradores dos Estados Unidos e da Europa. Agora ficou bem interessante, hein? Fala a verdade.
My name is John Jacobs. I'm the Executive Director of the Chamber of Commerce in Curacao, and I would like to thank you for the opportunity to address the entrepreneurs in the region of Sao Paulo. In preparing for this conversation, I reviewed a couple of very old files we have in the Chamber. Our Chamber exists 125 years already, and I found a letter from the Chamber of Rio de Janeiro, dated back to 1912, introducing themselves as a recently established chamber. But today we'll be talking about the possibilities for the region of Sao Paulo. I didn't get any letter from Sao Paulo back then, where producers in South America will have the opportunity to showcase their products in a free zone environment, free from levies and other restrictions.
Tenemos tratados preferenciales con Estados Unidos y tratado preferencial con Europa. Por ejemplo, pero si un empresario lleva un producto, por ejemplo de Brasil, y lo procesa acá y le da un valor agregado minimal, podrá exportarlo, pues importarlo en Europa con cero tasa de importación.
My name is Arthur Adams. I'm the chairman of the Foundation, Logistical Sector of Curacao. Recently founded foundation since March 2010. I think we could have a bridging function from Europe towards Latin America, especially Brazil. The main thing I would like to portray to the entrepreneurs in Brazil is that Curacao could function very good as a platform towards the Caribbean and also towards Europe, because we speak the Latin American languages, Spanish and Portuguese. On the other hand, we understand the European way of doing business and the Caribbean way of doing business very well.
My name is Billy Jonker. I'm Vice President of the foundation that helps promote the logistical hub. No, we as Curacao want to be help you get into the world, especially in this region and Europe. We have the connections, we have the know-how. 400 years ago, Curacao was built on being a hub. And we think that we're ready to become a hub again. And we want to be Brazil's partner in exporting its products to the world. I was very impressed with all the different products that Brazil has to offer on my recent 2-3 trips. And I think there's products there that needs to be exported. I noticed that a lot of companies there don't realize the potential for them to sell more of their products internationally. And we want to be the ones to help them do that. And I think we can be a very good partner.
We can start on this side of the airport,
Here we will be developing a cold seawater air conditioning pipe. That is a pipe that goes into the sea for around 400 meters depth. It will get cold seawater out of the sea, and this can be used for cooling of all the buildings at the airport. This will have as a result that the cooling will be very cheap. To this side of the airport, this is the part where we have warehousing. This is also an e-zone center where you pay only 2% taxes on your gains taxes, as long as it is something you produce here will be exported out of the island of Curaçao. Brazilian companies can make use of these facilities also to sell their products, to put them in a warehousing here, and for other countries in South America to come to Curaçao and look at the products and decide, okay, I want this Brazilian product, and then it will be exported to Colombia, Venezuela, or North America. Then more to the end of the airport, we have something very exceptional, and that is we are working to build a spaceport. In new technology we are seeing in the world is that spaceports or space travel is becoming something of private companies. It's not the NASA's anymore or the governments that do space travel. It's private companies that are building spaceships to go into space. We have one of these companies, Xcore, who's going to establish a spaceport in Curaçao to make commercial space travel possible out of Curaçao. Naturally, this creates a lot of opportunities. Space travel will cost $90,000 to get you into space. This is for a person, but you can understand if you have satellites, for example, nano satellites, small satellites to put into orbit, you can make use of these spacecrafts to put your satellite into space, and then in space it can, with a small rocket, be put into orbit around the Earth for much cheaper price than we as Airport Holding are willing to invest together with you on developing of these possibilities. And we would like to invite you, come to Curaçao, talk to us, and let's do this investment together for you to be part of the development of our island, Curaçao.
En Curaçao tenemos 15,000 compañías limitadas y como 10,000 fundaciones privadas de extranjeros, ¿no? O incorporar cada una te sale como $1,000. Y después, anualmente, cuando tienes una representación local en Curaçao, que es un sistema por los impuestos, claramente, que tiene que tener alguien aquí, porque está taxado aquí al 2% y no afuera, se tiene que pagar a esa compañía. En mi experiencia, las compañías que hacen eso, que tenemos mucho en la isla, que son muy buenas y muchas experiencias, te cobran entre $1,000 y $1,500 anualmente.
Coisa que quero dizer a empresário brasileiro é que o Curaçao tem muitos instrumentos fiscais muito atraentes, mas apesar disso é um centro financeiro bem forte, tudo é legal, e a coisa muito importante que penso que é uma coisa que sempre faz assim, que os brasileiros e outros estrangeiros sempre pensam que os gastos para fazer as estruturas só são para as empresas grandes, mas não são para as empresas pequenas.
Our main focus in general is finance, as the name also indicates. Finance in terms of return, but finance also in terms of specific budgets. We have also a number of people who currently are taking Portuguese lessons to be able to service you if you are a Brazilian entrepreneur in your own language. A second focus that we have in Brazil is looking at the development of the country in general, but more specifically the World Cup, who is coming in 2014 in Brazil in general, and the Olympic Games in Rio in 2016. I invite you to look at our website, which is www.aic-sf.com, but also look at the connecting website for you to get an idea what we do in Europe. It's of a very high standard, which I think is a standard that Brazil as a country deserves.
Un banco comercial requiere una colateral total de 70 o hasta 100%. En un corpo de eco sería un mínimo de 50%. Empresas pequeñas, medianas y también grandes pueden acudir a Corpodeco para un préstamo.
Een E-zone voor goederen die richt zich specifiek op het naar Curaçao toe halen van goederen bestemd voor distributie naar de rest van de wereld. En de E-zone diensten die is juist gericht op het vanuit Curaçao diensten verlenen voor bedrijven die gevestigd zijn in de rest van de wereld.
Para los empresarios tratamos de ser el contacto en la isla para ayudarles a ellos establecerse aquí en la zona franca. Y para decirle muy simple, la zona franca como una forma, una posibilidad de hacer más comercio a través de Curaçao hacia la región.
Bueno, si la empresa desea establecerse dentro de la zona franca, hay un formulario de aplicación. Tiene que llenar esa aplicación. A base de eso, le vamos a hacer una oferta. Una vez que está de acuerdo con nuestra oferta, tiene que formar una entidad local. El costo, si desea, el costo para formar una entidad es más o menos $850. Una vez que su entidad está formado, tiene que aplicar por las licencias necesarias. Curinde le vamos a asistir completamente gratis en todo el proceso. Dentro de la zona franca tenemos espacio desde 273 metros cuadrados y también tenemos algunas oficinas, pero la gran mayoría son galpones de 273. Aparte de eso, dado caso si desea tener su propio edificio, le podemos ofrecer también terreno. El costo para un galpón, digamos, de más o menos 300 metros cuadrados son $2,100 por mes. Total, costo total por mes. En el parque industrial, cual el nombre dice es una zona industrial, los galpones son más grandes, de 500 metros cuadrados, y tiene la superficie es 500 y el costo es más o menos $1,700.
Luis Santine, Director of CIFA, Curaçao International Financial Services Association. We want to try to create a hub function where Curaçao, with its ties to the Netherlands and Europe, can facilitate many Latin American participants in doing their business through Curaçao. And that is more or less the focus that we see is really taking the whole sector into account to move forward and be this for the Latin American market. So we would like to welcome them to explore Curaçao, not just for business, but for all other aspects we have to offer. And let us guide you, let us help you, and let us create some friendships along the way too.
Exportar.